move to the Private Members Bill for introduction. It's the Animal Health and Welfare of Pigs Bill 2025. I call on Deputy Paul Murphy, Ruth Coppinger to introduce the bill, please. 5 minutes, deputies.
Thanks, Karen Corla. I want to start by thanking NARA, the National Animal Rights Association, especially Laura Broxson and Dr. Alice Brough. This important legislation could not have been drafted without their help. I also want to thank the many other campaigners and supporters who are here in the gallery today, from NARA, from Animal Rebellion and from My Lovely Horse Animal Rescue. We had a lively protest in front of the Dail earlier, showing the strength of public opinion on this. We've banned fur farming. We've banned the use of wild animals in circuses. This bill can be the next step for animal rights and animal welfare in this country. NARA and Animal Rebellion carried out 2 very important investigations last year into the kind of abhorrent practices that are going on in Irish pig farms every single day. All of the pig farms were selected at random, and activists recorded extensive videos of the abuses. All of them, not 1 or 2, but all of them, showed pigs and piglets living in appalling conditions that are very hard for anyone to watch. The Department of Agriculture has seen the footage because it has been sent to them, but there's no sign of them doing anything about it. Sick and dying pigs with open wounds and weeping open sores, left to suffer and to die in filthy conditions. Pigs with their tails painfully docked or cut off, right up to the root. Tail docking is supposed to be banned, but loopholes in the current law are so wide that up to 95% of Irish pigs still have their tails docked. Sows trapped in farrowing crates and sow stalls so narrow that they can't turn around or move more than a few centimetres. That's to ensure that they never get a moment's break from suckling the 15 piglets now born in each litter. Anyone who has breastfed a baby would wince at the torture of that. Litter sizes have increased from 10 piglets in the year 2000 to 15 today because of genetic selection, again with no regard for sow welfare. The only concern seems to be for the number of pigs produced and the size of the profits to be made. Most pigs in Ireland spend their whole life indoors from the moment they are born. It's not a sight. People aren't used to seeing pigs being farmed running around in grass because they're inside for their entire lives. The only time they experience fresh air or sunlight is when they're being loaded onto a truck on the way to the slaughterhouse. No animal should be forced to live a life like that, but especially not intelligent, sociable animals like pigs. People Before Profit's bill today seeks to address some of the worst abuses in the pig industry. Section 1 bans the mutilation of pigs, including teeth clipping, tail docking and castration. Section 2 outlaws sow stalls and farrowing crates. When I asked the Department of Agriculture in April if they would take action to ban sow stalls and farrowing crates, they passed the buck to the European Union. They cited an EU Commission review of EU animal welfare legislation. As part of that, they say, quote, "There is a commitment to phase out the use of individual animal confinement, including sow crates and stalls, in line with scientific evidence and pending the outcome of an impact assessment." End quote. They also say they are taking, quote, "measures to promote a move away from the use of sow farrowing crates and stalls," end quote, including through grant aid to pig farmers. So they acknowledge that these practices are bad. They acknowledge that these practices should be phased out, but still they are dragging their feet. We need to, campaigners need to, ordinary people need to hold their feet to the fire and force them to act. We didn't wait for the European Union when we banned fur farming. We didn't wait for the European Union when we banned wild animals in circuses. We don't have to wait for the rest of the European Union when it comes to banning pig mutilation, sow stalls and farrowing crates. The pig industry in this country is relatively small. Only a small number of pig farmers would need to be compensated for hardship when these inhumane conditions are banned. They can and should be supported financially to transition to other, less damaging forms of agriculture. It's simply unacceptable for the profits of a few to be put over the welfare of so many. 3.5 million pigs are forced to live and die in inhumane conditions in Ireland every single year. This has to stop, and this bill would stop it.
And the question is the bill being opposed?
Not opposed.
Thank you, Chief Whip. So the motion for leave to introduce is agreed. Sorry, no, Deputy. Deputy, this is the first stage. Deputy, before you say another word, it's the first stage. Deputy, could you move the motion? Deputy, look at, understand the format of the House. You have the second stage to make your statement. Deputy, you have the second stage. Are you calling a vote on this, Deputy?
I'm not calling vote.
No, thank you. Resume. I understand that. I understand that. Resume your seat, Deputy. Thank you. The motion for leave to introduce is agreed, and I would ask one of the deputies to now move.
I so move.
Thank you. The second stage will be taken in private members' time. Thank you. Deputy, the second stage is where you make a statement on the matter. When it's second stage. Thank you. Thank you. Deputy, I'm afraid that's the problem. You're not, because it's a first stage motion. So please, before you come in and try and make a statement, understand when you're allowed to speak. Thank you. No, I don't believe so. Well, it may have been a different. I'll tell you. Take it up with me, Deputy. We move now. We'll take it up, Deputy. I'll speak to you on it privately.